Good Friday evening. The California Department of Justice has looked into the practices of both the Bakersfield Police Department and the Kern County Sheriff's Office. The DOJ issuing stipulated judgments for both in the last couple of years. And this month, the community will have a chance to weigh in on how the agencies are performing. 23 ABC's Kristen Vartan joins us now in studio with details on how the community can address their concerns and help improve city policing. Kristen.
Brianna, for KCSO Community Advisory Council Chair Tiara King, it's all about creating that bridge between the community and law enforcement and making sure the changes they're seeking are seen through.
It lets each person know that you are heard, you are seen, and your life does matter.
Those words coming from KCSO Community Advisory Council co-chair Tiara King. And what she's talking about, the California Department of Justice listening to community input on law enforcement's best practices. The California Department of Justice issuing two separate stipulated justice agreements in 2020 and 2021. One for the Kern County Sheriff's Office and one for the Bakersfield Police Department. That means they're looking into their practices and creating plans to revise them. But they're not doing it alone.
So we're not necessarily at a point to say, you must do this, or to take complaints from the community and say, this must happen. What we are doing is working with them to make sure that law enforcement is well aware of their shortcomings and that the community is well aware of the steps that law enforcement is taking in order to change those shortcomings.
Since February of last year, the KCSO Monitor, made up of 2 monitors and 7 team members, have been doing that work. King says their team is guarded by the stipulated judgment, a court-ordered outline of what law enforcement needs to implement. Right now, King says the Bakersfield Monitor is something similar. That team holding 2 community meetings on May 10th and 11th.
Just across the board with all of the departments, the policies and how they're executed are what cause all of the tension and what we see come out on the streets. And so right now we're really deep diving into the policy and making our recommendations.
This January, KCSO CAC came out with this report on their findings. It details recommendations for Sheriff's Department policies across 8 categories, including use of force, stop seizures and searches, responding to and interacting with people with behavioral health disparities or crisis management, language access, and community policing. For example, they recommend KCSO's use of force policies prioritize de-escalation techniques that are non-threatening, like body language, maintaining distance, regulating cadence, obtaining and supplying information, or involving relevant partnering agencies. King says while they still have a long way to go, she acknowledges that KCSO is already doing the work. As the report details, KCSO has agreed to share draft policies with the monitoring group for them to make recommendations.
And I will say that KCSO has been tremendously open to hearing us, to understanding, not, they didn't come into this and say our way is the right way. They came into this with, how can we help you? How can we change things?
And if you would like to attend one of the 2 Bakersfield Monitor meetings next week, we'll have that information right here on our website, turn23.com. The KCSO CAC will also have a meeting on May 16th in Shafter, and we'll have that information on our website as well. Live in studio, Kristen Vartan, 23 ABC News, connecting you.